There are moments in life that defy explanation, instances that make us question reality itself. Welcome to the unexplained phenomena realm. In our existence, we encounter mysteries that baffle us. These are the glitches in our reality from the Matrix movie, denoting surreal experiences that make us question our reality. Not as rare as you might think, these oddities have been witnessed worldwide. Most stories are shared on Reddit. We've delved into Reddit threads like r/glitch in the Matrix to bring you spine-chilling tales of unexplained phenomena. Narrated in the first person, these tales will offer you a glimpse into the inexplicable. We request your support in helping our channel reach 1,000 subscribers. Your support fuels our journey into the realm of mystery. Thus, buckle up as we dive into the stories challenge our perception of reality. Our first tale is about an eerie experience of a time loop. Picture this: you're going about your day when suddenly everything starts repeating itself. The chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, even the words coming out of your mouth. It's as if you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of the same events. This is what happened to our protagonist, who reported on an online forum about their uncanny time loop experience. They were sitting in their kitchen having a cup of coffee while scrolling through their phone. Suddenly, they felt a sense of deja vu, as if they had lived that moment before. The clock was stuck at 8:42 a.m. They shook it off, thinking it was just their imagination. But then the same song started playing on the radio, the same news headline flashed across the screen, and the same text message popped up on their phone. The clock still showed 8:42 a.m. This sequence repeated itself over and over, and each time they felt the same eerie chill run down their spine. The online community was quick to react to this story. One user commented, "That's some serious Groundhog Day stuff right there. Did you try changing something in the sequence?" Another person wrote, "I've heard about time slips, but this is truly bizarre." The third user chimed in with, "Maybe it's a sign. Try to figure out what it could mean." The fourth comment read, "I think you've experienced a glitch in the Matrix, or maybe it's just a really vivid dream." The protagonist tried to break the loop by doing something different each time, but no matter what they did, the sequence would reset and everything would start over again. They were trapped in their own personal time loop with no idea how to escape. Could this be a glitch in the Matrix, or is there another explanation? I'll leave that for you to decide. Next, we have a story of a disappearing object that reappeared in the most unexpected place. Let's dive into this intriguing tale. Our storyteller had a cherished ring, a family heirloom that was always kept in a small box on the dresser. One day the ring vanished. Despite turning the house upside down, it remained elusive, as if swallowed by the ether. Months passed and the loss was mourned. Now here's where it gets weird. Our storyteller was on vacation thousands of miles away. They were walking along a beach when something gleaming caught their eye. It was the missing ring, lying there in the sand as if waiting to be found. Now, let's see what some of the internet's finest minds have to say about this. One comment suggests the possibility of a wormhole, a tear in the fabric of space-time that transported the ring from the dresser to the beach. Another comment proposes a more mundane explanation. Perhaps the ring was accidentally packed with beachwear only to fall out unnoticed until it was found. Yet another comment throws a paranormal spin into the mix. Could it be a mischievous spirit playing tricks? The last comment we'll share is a bit more philosophical. It suggests that the ring never disappeared. We only perceive it as such due to our limited understanding of reality. So there you have it. A tale that leaves us questioning our understanding of the world around us. An object that disappeared from a secure location, only to reappear in an entirely different part of the world. What do you think? Is this a case of forgetfulness or a glitch in the matrix? This next story involves an unexplained phantom text message. Imagine this: you're sitting at home, phone in hand, when suddenly it buzzes with an incoming text. You glance at the screen, but there's no sender, just a blank name field. The message reads, "See you soon." You're puzzled, but brush it off as a glitch. Yet the message continues to haunt you. It's not a number you recognize, and no one you know claims to have sent it. You even contact your service provider, but they have no record of the message. It's as if the text appeared out of thin air, a phantom message that has no source. The internet is abuzz with theories. One comment suggests maybe it's a message from the future. Another speculates, could it be a secret admirer trying to reach out? A third commenter chimes in with a more skeptical view. It's probably just a bug in the system. Finally, someone adds a chilling thought. What if it's a message from someone on the other side? The phantom text message remains a mystery. No further messages arrive and no explanation surfaces. You're left with a peculiar sense of unease, a lingering question mark that refuses to fade away. You can't help but wonder, is this a simple glitch, or is there something more at play here? The phantom text message raises more questions than it answers. Is it a harmless technological hiccup or a cryptic message from an unknown entity? It's a strange occurrence, a digital anomaly that defies explanation. It's just one of the many unexplained phenomena that make you question the nature of reality. Could this be an issue with the phone, or is it something more mysterious? And our fourth story is about a stranger who vanished without a trace. Imagine this: you're walking down your local high street and you notice a stranger ahead of you. This person doesn't stand out in any particular way. They're just another face in the crowd. But as you continue your walk, you can't shake the feeling that there's something odd about this stranger. You quicken your pace to get a closer look, but as you reach the spot where they should be, there's no one there. It's as if they simply vanished into thin air. You look around, confused and a little creeped out. There's no alley they could have ducked into, no door they could have slipped through. They're just gone. Now, let's take a look at some of the comments related to this story. One user wrote, "Sounds like you had an encounter with a ghost." Another commented, "Maybe they were a time traveler and they just jumped to a different time." A third user suggested it could be a glitch in the matrix where the system failed to render that person correctly. And a fourth simply stated, "The world is full of strange and unexplainable things. This is just one of them." Each of these comments offers a different perspective on our vanishing stranger. Some lean into the supernatural, others suggest a more science-fictional explanation. But regardless of the theories, everyone agrees on one thing. This is a truly bizarre event that defies easy explanation. So what do you make of this? Could it be a trick of the mind? A misperception caused by the play of light and shadow? Or could it be something more, something that challenges our understanding of reality? What's your take on this? A trick of the light or something more? This next tale involves a curious case of missing time. Imagine you're going about your day like any other when suddenly you glance at the clock and find that hours have inexplicably passed in what felt like mere minutes. This is the unsettling experience one individual shared on the internet, a peculiar story that has left many scratching their heads. The protagonist of our tale was simply driving home from work, a route so familiar they could probably do it with their eyes closed. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until they arrived home and glanced at the wall clock. To their astonishment, what should have been a 20-minute journey had somehow taken 3 hours. Their watch, car clock, and even their phone confirmed the lost time. What could explain this strange occurrence? Our protagonist was left baffled, wondering if they had somehow lost track of time or if something more mysterious was at play. The internet community was equally intrigued. One comment suggested that the protagonist might have experienced an episode of time slip, a phenomenon where people supposedly move through time differently than the rest of the world. Another comment proposed a more scientific explanation, hypothesizing that the protagonist might have experienced a form of temporal illusion where our perception of time can be distorted by factors such as stress or fatigue. Yet another comment took a more supernatural approach, suggesting that our protagonist might have unintentionally crossed into a parallel universe where time operates differently. Lastly, a skeptic in the crowd pointed out that our protagonist could have simply forgotten about the time lapse due to tiredness or distraction. So, what really happened? Did our protagonist experience a glitch in the Matrix, or is there a more mundane explanation? Perhaps we'll never know for sure. Is this a case of lost memory or a glitch in time itself? Whatever the truth may be, it's a fascinating reminder that time, as we understand it, can sometimes be an elusive and perplexing concept. Our sixth story is about a house that turned unfamiliar overnight. Picture this: you're living in a house that you've known for years, a place you've called home, and then one day you wake up and it's different. This is exactly what happened to one individual who shared their experience with us. They woke up one morning to find their house had changed. Not dramatically, but enough to unsettle them. The layout was the same, but the little details were off. The color of the walls, the placement of the furniture, even the smell of the house was different. It was as though they had woken up in a parallel universe, where their house was just a little bit different. The story sparked a flurry of comments. One user said, "It's like a real-life version of the game Spot the Difference. Only it's not a game, it's your life." Another speculated, "Maybe you experienced a small shift in the matrix, and you're now in a slightly different reality." A third user suggested, "Could it be a form of Capgras syndrome? That's where you believe familiar places or people have been replaced with imposters." The fourth comment offered a more scientific perspective. There's a theory in quantum physics that suggests multiple realities can exist simultaneously. Maybe you've somehow slipped into a different one. The experience left the person feeling disoriented and confused. They spent the day questioning their sanity, wondering if they were dreaming or if they had somehow stepped into an alternate reality. They never did find a satisfactory explanation for what happened. So, what do you think happened? Was it a vivid dream that made the familiar seem foreign? Or did they experience a glitch in reality, a shift into an alternate dimension where their house was just a little bit different? What's your theory? a dream, or a shift in dimensions. This next story involves a friend's doppelganger and a chilling encounter. Imagine having a friend who you've known for years. You know their voice, their mannerisms, their quirks. Now, imagine you run into this friend in a place where they don't belong. They don't recognize you, and they're not acting like themselves. This is a story of just such a peculiar encounter. One day I was walking down a street I'd never been before. As I turned a corner, I saw my friend, Alex. But something was off. He was dressed differently, his hair was longer, and he was walking a dog. Alex hates dogs. I called out to him, but he just looked at me with confusion, like he'd never seen me before. I approached him, but he backed away, clearly uncomfortable. I was confused and a bit scared. Could this be Alex's twin that I didn't know about, or was it an imposter? As I stood there, baffled, the doppelganger Alex walked away, leaving me in a state of bewilderment. The comments on this story are as fascinating as the story itself. One user suggested that I might have encountered a parallel universe version of Alex. Another suggested that it might be a case of Capgras delusion, where a person believes a loved one has been replaced by an imposter. A third user offered a rational explanation, suggesting that it could just be a person who looked a lot like Alex. A fourth comment, however, took a more chilling turn. This user suggested that I might have seen a doppelganger, a supernatural double of a living person, often considered a harbinger of bad luck. Is this a case of mistaken identity or a glimpse into a parallel universe? Whether it was a glitch in the matrix or a simple case of mistaken identity, I guess we may never know. But one thing's for sure, I'll never forget the day I met my friend's doppelganger. Our final story is about an intense experience of deja vu. Picture this: you're walking down a street you've never been, in a town you've just moved to, and suddenly you get that eerie feeling. You've been here before. You know what's around the corner. You've seen that old lady feeding pigeons at the park bench. But how? That's deja vu for you, a glitch in your matrix, an echo from a life you haven't lived. And our narrator had a deja vu experience that was all too real. While at a friend's party, they stepped into the kitchen and were hit with a wave of familiarity. The clatter of dishes, the laughter echoing from the living room, the very smell of the room, it all seemed like a scene they had lived before. They even knew what their friend would say next. And when it happened, just as they had remembered, it sent chills down their spine. Now, let's delve into some of the thought-provoking comments related to this story. One person suggested, perhaps in a parallel universe, you've lived this moment and somehow the memories seeped through. Another pondered, could it be a premonition of some sort? Maybe your subconscious picked up on cues and predicted the outcome. A third commenter proposed a scientific explanation. Deja vu could be a brief malfunction in the brain where the information bypasses short-term memory and goes straight to long-term memory. The last comment, however, leaned towards the mystical. What if we're all living our lives in loops and deja vu is a momentary awareness of this cycle? These comments certainly give us food for thought, whether it's parallel universes, premonitions, brain malfunctions, or life cycles. The phenomenon of deja vu continues to intrigue and mystify us. Is this just our brain playing tricks, or are we tapping into something beyond our understanding? It's a question that remains unanswered, a riddle wrapped in the enigma that is the human mind. So there you have it, 8 stories that challenge our understanding of reality. From the unnerving time loop to the disappearing object, each narrative invites us to question the fabric of our perceived world. We've delved into the phantom text message, the vanishing stranger, and the bewildering case of the missing time. We've wandered through the unfamiliar house, met a friend's doppelganger, and experienced an unsettling sense of deja vu. Each of these accounts, each of these glitches, shakes the foundations of what we deem as normal. Now, it's your turn. What do you make of these stories? Do you have theories, explanations, or perhaps your own tales to share? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for tuning in, and keep questioning the world around you.